Open box. Hello everyone, welcome to another open box video. And as you can see, we got one huge box. This is how big the damn thing is. This is the other box. Look at the size. Look at the size difference. It's a huge box. We got a big box full of stuff. That's also why I'm echoey, because I'm standing. So let's get this box out of here and let's get into unboxing this bad boy. So then here we have good old Sideways with his feet pushed in, because why not? There we go. But here we have Sideways in his robot mode. And yeah, that's definitely one of those like Cybertron robot modes. Yeah, that does look like Cybertron. He looks very nice, to be honest. Let me just drop the camera a little bit. Also, I'm trying to rush this video because of the fact that, well, I got a lot of stuff to do because of the fact that over on the Let's Play channel, I've been playing Ghost of Yote. Yes, I've been playing that game, and also from part 18 onwards is when the videos will finally become 60 FPS. Sadly enough, not for the rest of the games. That won't happen until like May of next year. But still, I want to get back to that game, and I can do that tonight. But the problem is I only have about an hour to get this whole video done, and there's a lot in this box. But I'm gonna tell you a story now while Sideways is on the screen about this box, because these figures have been available for a little bit. I've had the box for about 2 weeks, but the figures have been available for 3 weeks. And I emailed the store when I saw that they were available, being like, when are you guys going to ship it to me? I didn't get an answer. So then afterwards, later on, I decided to send another email, and then they finally answered. And this is actually from Site 2. The big one is obviously from Site 1, which, once again, we'll put the name on the screen later on in the video when I demand it, once we get to Box 2, obviously. Because I got a story about that one as well. But he looks very nice, good old Cybertron Sideways. Big fan of this figure. It feels like it comes out of left field, because when I think about Cybertron, Sideways is not necessarily the character that I think about first. Also, this is gonna be uploaded very late. Also, you can just fold these idiots out, obviously, for the weapon. But, like, these figures are gonna be uploaded a lot later because of the fact that we are still dealing with the last open box, because I got a lot of figures during that one. And here we got the little pig to plug it into your arm. And I guess, just like the instructions showed, I mean, you can plug it in here. Actually, there's a port in here as well. So you can technically also, I guess, plug it on here. I don't know which side's supposed to go which way, but we'll just do it this way and hope for the best. But since we are still busy with that box, this is not necessarily going to start uploading some of these figures anyway until we get to October. Also, we got the little tiny Cyber Planet key. Look at that Cyber Planet key. At least this time he actually is a Decepticon, unlike last time. But there you go, looking very nice. So then let's get into the next box, which is for Perceptor. Look at that, the new version, which, oh yes, here it is. Matamti, More Than Meets the Eye collection. We have Perceptor, but I already have this Perceptor technically because of the Studio Series thing, which I also have a story about, which we'll get into later. However, what I do not have are the two cassette idiots. Those are the two that I'm missing, and I'm very angry at Soundwave, but we'll get to Soundwave when we get to Soundwave, which is not in this video, by the way. But the fact that they re-released in Legacy United the old Soundwave, only to make a new Soundwave, and then the cassettes are basically the same. Outside of the fact that we get, instead of that stupid rumble, you get another laser beak. They should have just released that one. It's so greedy, but whatever. Anyway, let's open it. Also, you got a nice black and white image of Perceptor right here, which I don't know why I kind of get shattered glass feeling, but whatever. But yeah, here you go. And also, I don't really think anything has really changed from this guy compared to the other one, outside of maybe the chest not being clear plastic, as they usually do with these re-releases. But obviously, because of the cassettes, this idiot has been bumped up to Voyager pricing. But in the defense of Perceptor, he was always a bit taller than the rest of them, so at least it makes a little bit more sense. And he comes with these two weird guns, which I don't get at all why he comes with those guns, but whatever. Anyway, time to get him out of the packaging. And here he is. Look at Perceptor right here. And, oh god, he still has the stupid leg thing. But anyway, here he is, and, yeah, it's just Perceptor again, but isn't that why I bought this set? Even though, yeah, I mean, he is probably the most valued figure in this set. No, why I bought this set was actually for these guys, which actually, wow, Ramhorn actually doesn't look all that bad as a cassette. I have no idea how this idiot transforms, by the way, because I have actually not seen a video on this set at all, because nobody has uploaded anything. I guess everyone figured out that this was kind of like a waste of, time and money and all that stuff. But overall, here we got the weapons. You can even fold these, I guess, backwards if you want to. I don't know if these things are supposed to be part of the other things, but whatever. I don't really want to mess with this guy without knowing anything, but he's a nice looking cassette overall, you know. He turns into a block, and unlike Ratbat, who is just like, hello everyone, do you have some blood that I can suckle on? I guess this is just supposed to fold out like so, and then you just do it like that. I guess this is it. I don't really know how to go further from here, but there might be a way to go further from there, but I don't, like I said, I don't want to do it without really looking at the instructions, and that's not specifically what this video is for, but we get the cassettes for Blaster and Soundwave for your eventual Studio Series Soundwave. And then here we got Perceptor, new count of paint, new chest here, right here. I don't have my part separator with me, so we have to do it without part separator, sadly enough. And he still has a bit gappy here at the arms, which I guess people may have a problem with, but I think this might actually be new. I think here he was also a bit gappy, but I don't know. It's been a while since I've reviewed that Perceptor. So it's nice to do it again. Yay, I guess I have to do that one again. So, let's get into the next one, which is going to be big box time. So are you guys ready for some big box time? Because also I got a story about this box as well, but let's grab the first figure so that something interesting is on screen outside of my backdrop, obviously. Alright, apparently we're starting off with something big. That's interesting, did not expect that. I was kind of hoping for a little smaller one, but here we go. We got this thing, which, funny enough, isn't even the biggest thing in the box, because, like I said, we got a Titan in here. Well, not in here, but in the box. Anyway, let me just tell you the story a little bit about what happened. So, basically, this happened, I think it was, yesterday. Yes, yesterday, for me. By the way, I'm recording this on Tuesday, not on Wednesday. But basically, on Monday, I got a message from, let me see what's in here. Ooh, it's that one. Anyway, I got a message from the site, this first site. Put the logo up on screen right now. This is not sponsored at all. I do not have the subscriber base in order to get sponsorship, so please subscribe. But I just want to do a friendly little shout out to the 2 people that watched this video because of the fact that they have been a fantastic time. But anyway, that site, I got an email Monday being like, hey, we got a bunch of your stuff. Would you like us to ship it? Because it also seems like some of these figures have already been paid for shipping, I mean. And I was like, well, I mean, I was waiting because they said at the end of this week they were getting basically the last wave of Studio Series minus Scavenger. Everyone else, like Mixmaster, G1, Megatron, and Thundercracker and Starscream, like they are getting those idiots like either this week. So I was like, do you guys have a guarantee on getting it this week? And I got back, no. I also asked about the shipment because I paid for shipping for 2 figures in here, which I will talk about once we get to those figures. And I was like, well, if you all send it in one box, what happens to the second shipping? And they were like, hey, you get that back on your account. I was like, oh, thank you. Fantastic site. Absolutely fantastic communication. Never had a problem communicating with this site. But anyway, so I was like, okay, fine. You know what? Ship it because it is unknown whether they're gonna get the other figures, you know? It's unknown whether the Final Wave Studio Series of this year is going to be arriving this week or maybe early next week. And the thing is that I would like to start working on these guys once I get done with Ghost of Yote, which I'm kind of hoping by the end of this week I can be done recording that game fully. And then I can start work on these guys. So if they get it next week, I don't really have anything else that... Why is everything blue on the screen? It looks like everything is blue. Why is everything blue? Angry Joe must be mad now. Anyway, doesn't really matter. But that's it, basically. That was the storyline. So I was like, yeah, just ship it to me. And so here I have it. And I also said, like, because for Elita 1, I already paid for the shipment. I told them, like, you know what? We'll do this again later with, like, them. I'll let the rest be shipped on once more figures release on Elita's dime. But here we go. The construction, boys. Look at them. Yes, finally! I was so hoping I was gonna get this idiot earlier. I was so hoping that he was gonna be released earlier because I had like a perfect plan if it would have worked. Which is why, by the way, for anyone, no one's wondering this, I know. But the thing is, before the Dino King review, there was another review. I think it was one of those like Cybertron Seeker guys. And before that, we had the 2 other Constructicon reviews. If I was gonna get this guy before Dino King had to go up, I was actually gonna have like 4 Constructicons back to back, but obviously that didn't happen. But look at this box, very great art of Long Haul and also Hook himself. Here we got Devastator on the side. Oh, we're getting so close to completion. I'm so excited. However, I will disappoint you guys for a little bit. And that is the fact that we are not gonna be dealing with Devastator this year. I can guarantee you guys that much right now. We're not getting the Devastator review out this year, even if I get the pieces, because of the fact that I want Devastator to be its own review, and obviously big reviews get the 10 numbers. You gotta wait for a 10 number in next year somewhere. But there you go, and then here we got some more art, which may not be AI, because everyone's complaining about that. I saw some complaints about that. It could be AI, could be not, who's to say? I'm just gonna say I don't necessarily care. Give me the figures. How about that, huh? How about that one? So let's open up the box, and let's see what's in here. Ah, look at that. This is actually my first Combiner Commander class figure, technically, because with Menasor, which is the other Commander class Combiner, I got that idiot as a set, so I got just the set. I didn't actually get I didn't get a Commander class figure. So this is what the Commander class package says. You got Hook right there, you got Long Haul down here, look at Long Haul down here, with obviously his backside, because, well, he has to have some kind of, you know, frame. They gotta do, in a way, some kind of frame with this guy, because of the fact that makes the most amount of sense. You gotta do framework, because with framework you can have more articulation on figures, even though these guys do not have a lot of articulation. Alright, so these are the legs. I mean, come on, look at this. These are just the legs, right? These are just the legs. They have to be just the legs. But anyway, here we got a good old Long Haul. Oh, I can't wait to get into these guys. However, the thing is, I will already announce when this set is gonna go live on the channel, and that will be in December. I know some people may be a little bit disappointed by it, but it is going to be in December is when we're going to be taking a look at the Long Haul video, and also technically Hook. I will separate these two into their own videos, so I can really focus on either figure without needing to, like, speed through a bunch of stuff. Why are you stuck? Get loose. But these guys are gonna go up in December, and the thing is, the next big one is going to be in November, and no, it is not going to be Silverbolt, in case anyone's wondering. It is going to be someone else that we will get to in this video, obviously. God, I'm so excited for that figure, and it's way overpriced as well. It is way overpriced, but I am excited about that figure. I can't help it, okay? So yeah, basically here we got the arms right there, you got the hands, the arms and the hands and all that stuff. Just there you go, we got the hands right there. Bam, boys, there you go. We got big hands, big strong hands, big, there you go, big hands. There you go. Alright, I'll finish unpacking this. Alright, here we are, they are fully unboxed. And I have decided that I'm going to give you guys the release date for the upcoming stuff. So, this is gonna go live on December 13th. I think that might actually be the review before my birthday, but here we got him. That's obviously Devastator's head right there in the middle, just like hanging around. What you gonna do about it, right? But here we got Hook and Long Haul, and obviously Long Haul's big thingy right here, which can just be slotted in between here if you just take a minute to split this bad boy apart. You can see that in here. Okay, you can't see that. There's a hole right there on the other side as well that this little thingy here is going to tab into. So basically you want to take this. It's just not really wanting to stay like this, and like this. There you go. Basically carrying around Devastator. And while people may be upset about that, because of course they also got a bunch of this stuff right here, a bunch of that stuff, these things as well. It's a big box, obviously, but while people may be upset about that, I don't care. I don't want to hear no whining. Alright, I am happy that we get a new Devastator, because I actually missed the... Ooh, you can extend this as well. Kind of wish that this would kind of disappear, though, but you can extend it a little bit as well. I don't know how far you can extend it. Who can play a little bit? You can rotate this bad boy around, go up and down as well. But there you go. We have, obviously, Long Haul and Hook. Very excited about these two figures. Very excited to get into these two figures, but sadly enough, that is going to be in December for me, because of the fact that, well, I got another big boy coming out in November, and we just got the big boy for October. So let's get these guys out of here so we can get into the next box. Alright, we got another big box. This time it's less bigger, so leader class figure probably is in here. If I had to guess, this is a leader class figure, and it might be the leader of all leaders, boys. The one that I have been waiting on since he was revealed to us. Since we got... Let's see, do a little peek, okay? Let's do a little peek together. Oh, it's him! Oh, you can't see that on the camera because you can't read what it says here, but like, oh, it's him, it's the boy. It's the legend, because I didn't know that this guy was already available. When I made the email to them, I didn't know they already had this guy, so we're just gonna pull you out. Just take a little bit of oomping, a little bit of finessing, and here he is! Megatron himself, yes! Oh my god, I'm so happy with this guy, and I know people are gonna complain about this guy because he turns into a tank. And he doesn't turn into a gun, which means he's not 100% accurate to Generation 1. However, that has never been my complaint. I have never complained about this guy turning into a tank. My problem is he never really looked like G1 Megatron because he always had tank bits. They finally figured out how to make a G1 Megatron that turns into a tank with no tank bits. God, they did it. The black magic worked finally. They figured it out. The third-party black magic. They figured it out. They were really close with the Optimus Prime that we got, but, what fell? Oh, it was you. These are thick instructions. God, this is gonna be a nightmare to transform, potentially. I'm gonna throw you back in there. Oh, so here we got the back side. Look at that tank here. You got the Megatron there. You got even more Megatron up there. Megatron goodness. Megatron and the Decepticons prepared to mount a surprise attack on Autobot City. And then here you got the side, I guess. There's just an extension of this here. And you got here a more better, clearer image of him like so. Man, what a good-looking figure. Still a bit upset about the fact that they took away the numbers, though. But you can't win them all. But here he is. Look at him with his cannon, which I think people also complained about. Because everyone has to complain at some point. Like, when this guy was revealed. But, like, when this guy was announced, I was a little bit upset about him. Because I already had a G1 Megatron. But also that thing is god-awful. And I have not used that idiot for reviews at all. But anyway, I already had one. However, I was kind of a little bit upset because he's not going to turn into a gun because that gun has been officially classified as being fully illegal. So you can't do that. Here we got him. He fell out, but here he is. And yeah, the only real tank bits that he has is on the back. I mean, look at how clean this back looks. Look at that. Why does he not have a thing? Is that separated? Is that separate packaging? Oh, I hate these sacks so much. They're so annoying. Oh, there it is. And here we have the accessories. Here we got him turning into the gun version of himself. So technically you still get the figure with him. And also you get the big saber that he uses, the lightsaber that he uses again in the movie. And you get this thing, which I guess means that now he can have the barrel. Which I don't know actually which way this is supposed to go. Maybe it's supposed to go this way, I don't know. But let me just attach it to his backside right here. There he is. God, now he's complete. Look at him. Rotate these around, obviously, because of the fact that he's got to have the elbow bent. Why are you untabbed? Annoying me. This is untapped. It's again annoying me. But look at him. He looks so good. Big cannon, obviously. Fusion cannon. Which people have issues with, but I don't care. He can have issues all they want. Talk to the cannon. Here you go. And obviously, oh, great. He comes with these. I know people love articulated hands and stuff like that. I am less enthused about it because, well, sometimes. There you go. All right, fantastic. I am not annoyed by the articulated hands anymore because of, well, Optimus Prime. I'm talking about Optimus Prime. 86 Optimus Prime has what people may call a bad grip. And we can also put that in there. And bam, here he is, Megatron himself. Oh, God. Let me just get this out of here. Everything is out of here. And I will also say that by the end of this month, this guy will be reviewed because this idiot is coming out right after Heatwave. I can guarantee you that much. Oh, great. He's got a little thing around here. But anyway, this idiot is going to be reviewed right after Heatwave comes out. Just so you know, that is when I plan to release this idiot. And he looks so good. The legs are a bit blue, though. Even on my camera, sadly enough, it once again picks up the blue. Don't know why they chose this. Little gap, so again, gotta transform this guy once in order to potentially get rid of all the gappiness. But overall, he is looking absolutely stunning. Let's get Optimus in here. Normally, I wouldn't do this, but I can't help myself. Oh boy, look at him. Finally, G1 Optimus and Megatron, like I always envisioned them. Looking like their G1 selves. God. I really wish the legs were black, though. I'll be honest with you guys right now. I really do wish that the legs were black and not necessarily this weird color that looks weird in certain lightings. But outside of that, oh, I got them both. I got both the G1s. Yes, alright, that gets my collection one step close to completion. God, I love it. I love it so much. Look at him. So, let's get you out of here. And then let's get you out of here as well because we got more in this box to deal with. Alright, we got another big one. I think this might be the other big one because, well, we might have another release date to reveal, boys. We may have another release date. By the way, Megatron comes out on October 28th. I know that release date. Oh, yep, there it is, there it is. As you can see, there it is. Look at him, look at him. There it is. Yep, okay, the other Commander class figure. The Age of the Primes one. The actual skeleton idiot. Let me in. Silverbolt, yay, Silverbolt. I was expecting this guy so long ago, but yay, we have Silverbolt, boys. Oh my god. With, I think, actually, the 2 aerial bots on the box that I also own. Sadly enough, I do not have the other 2, but this is 3 out of 5 for Superion, and on the channel, this might actually be 3 out of 5 for Superion. I have no idea, but I'll record him without the others anyway. But here we have Superion skeleton, Silverbolt right there, the super jet and a bunker. And obviously the skeleton we are not going to be looking at in the Silverbolt review because of the fact that, well, I'm doing Silverbolt. It's not a Superion review. Superion review gets to be later. Speaking of which, I can potentially already make both announcements. Also, the Devastator review is planned to go live in February on the 21st. Because on the 17th of January, you'll be seeing this guy on the channel. And also on the 28th of March, I know you have to wait a little bit, but I'm sorry, I can't help it. You will be able to get to see this big idiot on the channel, and then we're finally done. Actually, there's one more release date that I have to announce outside of the one in November, obviously. So, let me just get into this big box. This big box of goodness, boys. Oh, so much goodness is gonna be in here. Here he is. Wah! Silverbolt. Look at him right there. And technically Superion right there. And there's nothing in here, so that's a bit annoying. But anyway, Silverbolt, yay. And does he not come with like a nose thing or something like that? Like it's missing. Look at that. It's missing. I don't know. I have no idea how this guy needs to be unpackaged, so we're just gonna get started, shall we? Here we go. Silverbolt is free, boys. Silverbolt is free. He's a free jet, finally. And, and here it is. Here it is. You open it up. I gotta use a knife for this one, sadly enough. Hopefully, I'll just use the side of the knife. And he can even do a little bit of dropping down with the nose. Thought the nose could go further than that. But anyway, he can drop down the nose a little bit. Yay. But here is Silverbolt, and oh my god, really? That's just the head. Oh my god, you just have the head in there. I will say this, Combiner Wars did hide the head better. Because the head was inside the chest, if I remember correctly. I don't actually remember, but I think the head was inside the chest. But he's just right there. Oh, I wonder what that is. But to be honest, Silverbolt always had that problem of, you know, just a guy under the jet. I mean, here you basically have the rest of the body. But it is kind of funny to point out that kind of stuff. So then, move you off to the side so we can get into the rest of this box. Man, cleaning up is gonna be impossible to do. But anyway, let's get you down here because here is the rest of Superion, the skeleton stuff. And here we have Silverbolt right there. Kind of wish he had some landing gear down here, though. I think the original one actually did. The Combiner Wars one, that is. But here we got Silverbolt, nonetheless, leader, and the one that I can relate to the most because he has a fear of heights, which I myself have as well. Here we got the big gun for Superion himself. In here is where the tab is at so that he can hold that. So there you go, you come with that as well. But you got this and you got this. And I don't really think that this can really slide in here. I don't know how these two attach to each other. Oh wait, little wingies. Come on, dude, don't untap. Or maybe you were never tabbed in to begin with. Come on. I really hope Wednesday is when you guys get to see this. But anyway, let's see here. I mean, it seems like there's like a slot here, right there, and also on this side as well, that the two tabs on here are gonna basically slide into. But I don't know how the rest of this is gonna connect. So basically, I get maybe I have to lift up the wings and then just like slide it in because there are two tabs here. That I think here we go. We have like the big thing attached now. Crying out loud, that was annoying to do. But here he is, big jet, super big jet. We got the biggest jet of them all. I don't even know if this is supposed to transform in any way, because it kind of looks a bit weird like this, but I don't know. I don't necessarily care. Big jet, yay. Also big wings, big back wings. There you go, big wings and big jet. We got big jet, yes, big jet. You'll have to see some big jet. But there you go, here's Silverbolt. I'm not going to transform these guys, obviously. That will be in their own reviews. And I will apologize right now for the lateness of the reviews, but it's just how I do things on this channel. Can't really mess with the stuff that I'm doing. I am too autistic in order to be able to change anything on the way that I do things. But it doesn't matter, we got the big jet here, so let's get into the next one. Please let it be my favorite one. So, I organized the box a little bit, but anyway, next up what we're gonna look at is this guy right here. And I know that this guy is the special one, because if you really look at how this is packaged, it's a bit different than it normally would be. Because this is my special boy, which apparently the site wasn't allowed to sell yet. which is funny. They weren't allowed to sell that. They said on Facebook, because that's where they do all their updates, which I actually love. And I don't love that it's Facebook, but I love the fact they have an update system. But basically, they're like, oh, we're getting more of these figures in next week, that being this week. And also, we weren't supposed to sell them, apparently. But we did anyway, and I instantly bought him the moment that I saw him. And also, the next day, he was sold out, so I think I made a good decision. Because I am just a fan of Armada. I am such a fan of Armada. And I've wanted a figure of this guy for so long. It's Nemesis Prime. And he's so overpriced. He's definitely not worth the pricing. Because, for those who don't know, here in the Netherlands, by the way, this is the review that goes live on November 8th, boys. This is the next review on the channel, the next big one. But anyway, the reason that, like, the pricing for this idiot is actually Commander class price point. I paid Commander class price point for this guy, and I think actually the site may have overcharged him, obviously, because he's a bit of an exclusive, and they, you know how sites are, they tend to overprice stuff because of exclusivity. But who cares? Let's get into this box then, because like, look at it. It also looks really weird, but inside here, I swear to God, we have a Nemesis Prime. But I've been waiting on a Nemesis Prime figure forever. I've loved Armada since I was a little kid, and I've never gotten a Nemesis Prime figure. I always used, like, I have a figure of Optimus Prime. Like, you know, in the final episode of Armada, he changes color. I always pretended that was actually Nemesis Prime, because I never got a Nemesis Prime figure. But now I have one. Speaking of Nemesis Prime, there is a good chance that I'm not gonna pick up the Nemesis Prime that comes out in Studio Series next year, because of the fact that technically I already got him through Optimus Prime. I don't really want to buy the figure again. And when I say good chance, I mean there is actually a good chance, because of the fact that I didn't pre-order him. Because the first wave Studio Series of next year is already pre-orderable. I already pre-ordered it. Also, on the side here, you got the Minicons that form the Star Saber, which I actually have these guys, but from Energon. And then on this side, we have, look at that, we got Nemesis Prime with his busted up face as well. Here on the back is Nemesis Prime with the guys themselves as well. Look at that. What a fantastic set, even though it's overpriced. I wouldn't recommend this set for this pricing, but I had to have him. I wasn't gonna miss my opportunity like I did with like Optimus Prime from Car Robots or RID 2000, but that one, like the ASLab, I didn't get that one because I was hoping the site would sell it. Seems like the site still isn't selling it, so if the site ever sells it, I'll pick it up immediately if I can. And if they don't, well then I am in a little bit of a sticky situation, aren't I? How is this whole thing being held together, by the way? Oh, it's tape. They gotta have it be annoying, don't they? Oh my God, he comes with a backdrop. I didn't even realize it. It's off that planet where I was first introduced to Nemesis Prime. You have no idea how many times I rewatched this video on my perfectly legally downloaded by my dad video file. But here he is. Now, I have never actually looked at this figure because I do not I have never looked at the animated Optimus Prime or Armada Optimus Prime. I have actually looked at animated Optimus Prime for Legacy United. God, I am just flabbergasted by meeting such a famous celebrity in my eyes. Because, like, this is my original Nemesis Prime. This is the Nemesis Prime that I always saw back in the day. Oh, great. So they don't hold together all that well, do they now? There you go. The big Star Saber that technically Starscream already came with, but he could not transform. And here it is. Ooh, boy. Look at how cool this looks. All right, now let's get into the rest of this figure. Here we go. He's free. He's free. I have freed the Nemesis Prime. And do I wish he came with the trailer? Yes, I do. Because technically in the show he had the trailer. He never went super mode, though. Which I guess that is why they didn't include the trailer, and also potentially to save some money by being cheap idiots. But anyway, in my opinion, he should have had the trailer. But he can still do super mode, so that's at least fun. I don't actually think the original one could do that. Here he is. Alright. But look at this backdrop. Really cool backdrop. Anyway, where's the box? Oh my God, here he is, and he looks so cool. And he's got the big blade, but he looks so cool. Look at him. Look at him. Look at his face. Look at that. I mean, he never had that face in the show. I will say that. Obviously, he never had that face in the show because of the fact that that was only when he got shot in the face is when he got that face. You know, I feel like he's a bit leaning forward though, but I can't really get him to get backwards. A bit better. But anyway, overall, look at him. I also know how to transform this guy because I've transformed this guy a lot of times. But anyway, he only really had that busted up face when he actually regened in the show. No, I'm not going to show a clip because of the fact. You know why I'm not going to show a clip. I'm terrified of YouTube. But he comes with this big Star Saber, which is actually pretty cool that he comes with that thing. It's a bit heavy for him. Oh, great. It actually is heavy for him. But anyway, overall, I am happy with this thing, and I can't wait to really get into it, man. I will say this, though. like I said already, he's not worth the asking price. Like, Commander class price point absolutely could not be worth it at all. Okay, you get 3 minicons plus this idiot. It's just like that hotshot figure that they released. You know, the recolored hotshot figure that actually happened on this planet, and also that figure came with Jolt. And that Jolt, like that set was like leader class price point. Absolutely not worth it. But I still bought it because I am a Armada simp. But overall, this is a nice looking figure right here. And I don't really want to stand straight all that well. But whatever, it doesn't matter to me. Anyway, love him, love him. Alright, love him. And I'll deal with this as well. But there you go. So then next up, I've decided to take everything out of the box except for the big one because of the fact that it felt really annoying digging into the box. So we got a smaller package this time around. Finally, something small, something that isn't that big, something potentially deluxe. What do we have in here? Oh, it's a reissue. It's Runamuck. Here he is. Wow, Runamuck. Do not know who you are. I know you appeared in Generation 1. That's all I know you from. And outside of that, I don't know who you are. But this guy got reissued. I hate the fact that they didn't reissue his friend, which that really annoys me. Like, why would you reissue one of them and not both of them? Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. That was a bit of a mistake. But anyway, why would you reissue only one of them and not both of them? Where, is there no... Oh, right, he came with like some kind of backdrop thingy. Let's grab the instructions out from there and put them off to the side, because I'm going to need those, obviously. But here we got him. But I still find it stupid. They didn't reissue like him. Like his friend, the Runabout, I think was actually what the idiot's name was. I don't really remember. But I had to have these guys because obviously I am in need of some Generation... Oh, wow. Because obviously I am in need of some Generation 1 Decepticons. Because I don't have a lot of these idiots. Oh, goodness. Here we are. He's out. Finally. I think also this mold was used in order to make that that other figure. The crossover figure, I think, from maybe Back to the Future, I think it was. I don't remember. But here he is. The man himself. He's got some heels because of the extra wheels. I don't know why he has that, probably for vehicular form. But overall, here he is, looking very nice and very deluxe-y. It's nice to handle something small, you know? You love to handle something small sometimes. And also weird that there was so much plastic in there because I thought we outlawed those outside of the... you know, the covers, because we need those things, otherwise people are gonna rob heads again. Which, why? Why would you take heads? Like, how stupid do you have to be to steal, like, heads? It's like, they're not really even worth much. Such a dumb thing. But here he is, looking great from all sides, I guess. I will have to deal with him later, obviously. But this guy is obviously not going to be reviewed soon, anytime soon, because of the fact that he's a reissue, which means he matters less. I only review stuff that was announced and released this year. This guy came out in Earthrise way back in the day. So just like with the Insecticons and also Pipes, he's gonna be pushed to the background once we get through all of the other stuff. But he will be reviewed eventually. But still, very nice looking white guy. Kind of, weirdly enough, the head kind of, I don't know why. I'm thinking of something, but I can't really name it outside of Bulkhead. But overall, very nice looking guy. So then, next package. Here we go. Another small one, it seems. Potentially deluxe size. Still deluxe size. To be honest, I have, over the course of time of making this video, I have completely forgotten what is actually supposed to be inside of these boxes. Alright, a Prime! I forgot I ordered you. The thing is, I ordered this guy because of the fact that while I don't necessarily care for a lot of the 13 Primes, this guy actually apparently appeared in Transformers. He's supposed to be like a younger version of the character from Cyberverse, I think it was. So I decided to pick him up anyway. Alchemist Prime, and that's why I picked him up. Here we got him on the side, here we got the back. I've heard meh things about him, so that's nice. However, he does make gigantic glasses, like the nerd that he is. Let's beat him up. But there you go, he transforms in about 17 steps, but overall he is just a deluxe. I forgot, I also ordered my Cronus Prime, which is not released yet, so I can't really help with that one. But I ordered that idiot as well. He should be coming at some point this or maybe next year. Because maybe there's going to be one more open box before we get into the ending of the year. Who's to say? I cannot guarantee that, though. Because I don't want to guarantee any lies. There you go, he's free. He's already free. Jesus Christ, he's white. Look at how white he is. He's a white boy. He's a white boy, not a white boy. Don't worry about it. I don't know, actually, if he is a white boy. You know, he could be a white boy. I don't know. Depends on his dialect. If he starts talking Irish, he is definitely a white boy. That's for sure. Here we got the big glasses that you can kind of combine together. I don't know how these things are supposed to combine together, but it's little figures. It should not be too difficult to figure out. There you go. Combine them together. Look at that. We got some glasses. Way too big for him. But maybe Superion or Devastator can wear this. Or the big man himself in the box. Also, I don't know if I'm gonna make it with editing today, looking at the fact that I do still want to do a bunch of Ghost of Yote today. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to edit this guy today. Well, the day that I'm recording this, obviously. Hopefully, I'll be able to get this done before, you know, he needs to go live on Wednesday, which finally another Wednesday upload. But here he is. And this, I guess you can plug into his arms if you want to. Because they kind of maybe might look like guns, mayhaps. Oh no, why? You idiot. He says to himself because he dropped the figure, but here he is. Yeah, to be honest, he doesn't necessarily look all that remarkable. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. He doesn't really look all that remarkable. But technically, quote-unquote, he did appear, but this guy is kind of more of the Chromia situation. Where, yeah, Chromia appeared in Cyberverse, but she didn't look like the figure that we got in Legacy. No, not at all. So this is the same kind of way. But overall, he's a nice-looking fat man. Well, big man. He's more wide on the side. Anyway, next one. Let's do this one because it feels weird. Alright, we got a weird one. We got one that is like completely flat over here and it's got a big bulge over there. I would say kind of like myself, but the big bulge is not necessarily all that well. And to be honest, I am not flat either. I am a fat man. But sometimes you gotta be a fat man. Alright, Sea Spray. Hey, what's up? Thank you for stopping my rambling, Sea Spray. Yay, we got a new Sea Spray figure announced. Initially, I was kind of hesitant to pick this guy up, but then I learned he's a new figure, so I instantly put in that pre-order. He got the G1 backdrop and everything. Look at him. And yes, this guy will be reviewed as fast as possible as well. This guy, Alchemist Prime, Megatron, Nemesis Prime, those are like the upcoming, and also Sideways and Perceptor. Well, Sideways, maybe. But anyway, that kind of stuff is upcoming. The rest of it is more like a... because there's still 2 things left, and those are going to be later. There we go. And we take you out, and also your instructions. I do like it, actually, that they include like the G1 style packaging. Very nice. And I know this idiot is probably going to get re-released later on again because of the fact that of course he's not... Oh no, he is stuck, for crying out loud. I don't actually have a Sea Spray figure, so this makes me very happy. Plastic is getting awfully full. I gotta throw that away at some point. But here he is. Does he not come with a gun? Wait, I don't see a gun in his packaging, so I guess he doesn't come with a gun. Oh no, he's supposed to come. Wait. Where's that gun? Found it. Was still stuck in the packaging. He does come with a gun. I had a feeling he would come with a gun. But like, I pre-ordered this guy immediately because I knew this was going to be in my collection because... I mean, I need a Sea Spray. He appeared in Generation 1. I do have vivid memories of you appearing a couple of times in Generation 1. So, here he is. Look at him. Very nice. But I thought maybe this was going to be a reissue of the Generation 1 figure. And why is there still... Why is that only on one side? Anyway, I knew he was going to be, you know, like... a figure that I was going to own. There you go. I'm a bit all over the place because so many figures. So many figures, but overall he looks very nice. Look at him, he looks very clean, very good, and probably gonna get a new head and also a re-release during potentially next year's Age of the Primes. I have actually no idea, but that is just what I would assume, because why would they put this special guy inside of like a exclusive place, that kind of stuff. But anyway, next one. The second to last one, boys. We are almost done. Oh, we're almost done. This is another reissue that's gonna be released later on, and it's... Thrust! Finally, another one of these. And by the way, also, since we're now talking about Thrust, I know that there has been an announcement of, like, the new Studio Series Seeker mold. Will I be picking that mold up? Yes. Will I be picking all of the molds up? God, no. Which ones will I be picking up? Exclusively Skywarp, because that is the only one I do not have yet, because I already pre-ordered Thundercracker from the Dramatic Capture series. So Skywarp is going to be the only figure with the new mold. I do not care enough in order to get all of the Seeker molds again, okay? I already have collected all of the Seekers that I care about, so unless they repaint it into like a new figure that actually appeared in Generation 1, I don't care. But I will be picking up that new mold with Skywarp. But they're probably gonna make all of the Seekers once again, and I will not be picking them up because I couldn't care less. I already got all the Seekers. Here we got him. And unlike a lot of other people, I actually don't hate the Earthrise mold. But here he is, stuck in his confinement that the Autobots have put him inside of. Let's free him, and let's ruin the days of the Autobots together with Thrust, who I mean, I know you appeared in Generation 1, obviously. You are one of the original... What the hell? Oh, this is one of those, like, translators for the thing. Let's see if we can use this. And I think you can actually use this on here or something like that. Like, you can actually, like, see stuff or, I don't know where to use this. Oh no, wait, I think it was actually the backdrop here. Let me see here. Let me see if we can find something in here. Alright. We have it backwards. I don't know. 0. We found 0 right there. That's it. That's all we really found. Alright. We found 0. God, what a useless thing. I don't really care. It was a novelty thing that they did during the, obviously, Earthrise stuff, and I don't care. And here he is. Good old Thrust, the last one of the second wave of Seekers, I guess, because, well, I already have Starscream, but I don't have Skywarp or Thundercracker, so this is this last one, because I got Ramjet, and I have Dirge as well. Those re-releases I picked up lickety-split as well, because of course I would need them. But here he is, look at him, with his, obviously, blasters as well, his null rays, but overall he doesn't look all that bad. These things are a bit of an eyesore, but that is accurate, so I cannot complain. You know how the rule works, right? But overall, look at him. He looks actually pretty cool, but he's just the Earthrise mold again, which means everybody on their mother knows how this guy is going to transform, obviously, because of the fact that, like, what else are you gonna do? It's the same mold. It's just like a different. Well, it's more different this time around because you got like the wings on the side, you got the thrusters back here, and that's it. That's really all that's basically different. But overall, he is looking very nice. I love the red and black paint job, but preferably I would have had it flipped outside of on the thrusters, because I think here it actually looks pretty cool. Because I like more black than red. We even got silver turbines as well. Oh, what an exciting figure. But like I said, just like with Run Amok, I think that was actually his name, Run Amok. So just like with him, this guy is going to be uploaded later. So then, the final one, the big one. Time to make room on the big table. Alright, I cleaned up a little bit. Now it's time to get into the last box. Here he is. The big one. Yay, the last Titan class figure that I wanted. And it got reissued this year, which I'm very happy about. And obviously it is the back of the box. It's a bit annoying. Anyway. And it's upside down. Come on, man. Whatever, it doesn't matter to me. Because it's Scorponok, and he's only a tiny little bit bigger than he was in the Bayverse movies. Here he is! Scorponok! Alright, we're going a little bit backwards here. Here we go. Look at him. Look at his big box. The last Titan class figure I still needed, dude. Now I have all of the old ones that I actually cared about, because I don't care about the Arc or the Nemesis because of the fact that those idiots never transformed in the actual Generation 1 show, so I couldn't care less. He's even holding Earthrise Optimus Prime. Don't worry, Commander Class Studio Series Optimus Prime will come to save you. But man, what a big box. And then on the side here, you got obviously the Earthrise. The Earthrise stuff, look at that. There's still a lot of Earthrise figures that I want, like these idiots. Oh wait, my glove is broken open. Oops. Ah well. Anyway, this idiot, no, I don't care about you, I don't care, I have you. Who are you again? I don't know. Well, it doesn't matter. But here we got the backside. He has a stupid base mode. Oh man, that's a little bit disappointing. And here we got another, like just some kind of blaster being fired. And that's the box. So let me just get this big idiot out of the box. You don't have to see that stuff. I'll see you guys when he's out. Here he is. Oh god, he's finally out of the packaging. Alright, before we really get into him, let me just unlock my phone a little bit here with the code that I put in my phone. Alright, May 2nd. May 2nd is when you're getting this big idiot. There you go. Those are the reviews that are upcoming. But here he is. Here we got Scorponok. Look at how big this guy is. He's so huge. And obviously you can put the head up here, as always with these idiots. There you go. He now has a face as well. And he also comes with this thing, which somehow is supposed to plug onto his arm. Let's see here. Like so. He also comes with this big thing, which I think this idiot is actually supposed to be his tail, if I look correctly. Don't know how you're supposed to attach this one. And he comes with two big cannons, as you can see right here. Two big cannons. Look at the big cannons. And I don't know. Man, that sucks. However, sadly enough, only one of these bad boys will fit on his arm. Bit of a shame, to be honest. Can't have them together. I guess I could also just plug you in here, maybe. There you go. Just plug in here, I guess. Oh, on the box, actually. Come on. They're plugged up here. So maybe it's supposed to go something like this. There you go. There he is. Look at his big face sculpt. God, this thing is so big. Oh, I'm not gonna have fun with this. But this is gonna go up in May. Obviously, I will record the review this year because I'm doing that kind of stuff anyway. But, sadly enough, I'm also getting the feet out because they are a bit stuck. There you go. Like so. There you go. He now has toes. But anyway, I'm getting this guy out in May because of the fact that is when I'm done with like the combining idiots. That's literally it. I need 4 months to get done with the combiners. So in May is when you're getting this guy because April doesn't have a big boy, sadly enough. Or good enough, I don't know. For me, it's good because figuring out what the big boy is going to be has always been a little bit of a pain to me. Let's see. They need to be attached like here to this, like so. Now, how does this whole thing kind of like collapse? Like this? I have no idea how this is supposed to collapse because you can't collapse this up unless you take out the big legs, but you don't want to do that. I don't know how this guy works. Oh man, but I'm tired. I'm actually tired from unboxing this guy, well, this whole set because it's been heavy. It's been a heavy day, boys. It's been a heavy day. And I want to get Yote done as well. Normally I wouldn't have cared, but I really want to beat Yote so I can actually make videos on all of these guys. So then, overall, yeah, he looks great. Oh, I dropped a blast effect that I never cared about to begin with anyway because they're always garbage in my opinion. There he is. Time to get everyone else in here. There we go. Basically everyone is here right now, but look at this. This was another open box. Oh, man. And the reason that the box was so big was because of that big man in the back there, right there. But now I'm done. For now, I am done with Titan Class figures until they release that Studio Series Titan Class Grimlock, because that has to happen. But outside that, I'm done, because I know that there are like a bunch of repaints that I don't really care about, but the thing that I will say is Metroplex. There was that G1 Metroplex way back, just like over 10 years ago. At Thrilling 30, we had the G1 Metroplex, and I don't care about him. I do not care about him at all. I do not want him. I want Metroplex to get a new figure, okay? It's been so long. That guy needs a new version, okay? We need a new Metroplex. I'm just gonna say it, I don't want the older one. Don't re-release the older one. Make a new version. But overall, this has been great. Look at this. I got a bunch of stuff that I've wanted for such a long time. I am so excited to get into all of this stuff. All of it looks to be a lot of fun. I cannot wait. But first, I must beat Ghost of Hirote, obviously. I still have to beat this game. Let me just put him here. No, I still fall. Doesn't want to stand. Anyway, yeah, Ghost of Hirote. Over on the Let's Play channel, please check it out. I'm doing a lot of work in that one. I've had a lot of fun with that game, but that is what I will be busy with now, and then when I'm done with that, obviously, this is going to happen. Also, I got this package about an hour ago, over an hour ago. I've been recording for over an hour, so I will not be able to edit this one just yet, but overall, I'm done. I'm done. I'm calling it quits, okay? So, thank you all so very much for watching, and yes, I am out of breath because of the fact that this box was heavy. It was actually heavy, for me anyway. I have no muscles at all. I never exercise. So, which one are you guys most excited about to see? Comment that bad boy down in the comment section below. And with that being said, thank you all so very much for watching, and I do hope you guys have enjoyed my unboxing video, open box video of obviously another big set. And if you did, please like button, subscribe if you're new if not already. Turn on notifications. Don't forget, check out the Let's Play channel, link in the description and at the end of the video. As I'm saying, Ghost of Hirote going up right now. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for another review of the MCU, I think, actually. Yes, we are doing another MCU review. Cannot tell you guys what is coming out because I actually don't remember. And this weekend, we're once again going to go into another Transformers figure. And to be honest, I don't know what's uploading. Like, I just record a bunch of stuff, plan, upload it all, and then I don't have to worry about any of that anymore. So I don't know what's coming out, but it sure is something, and eventually we're gonna deal with all of this. Bye!